Do you want to avoid the bear trap and get a 200% gain on this stock while you're at it? Today, we want to go right into what happened with Celsius and what is going to happen with the price in the future and why it is a great buy and a great learning opportunity for you today. Let's get right in the video and not waste your time. Today and yesterday, Costco has came out and destroyed Celsius's share price. They came out and they decided to release an energy drink, which is basically a copycat of Celsius, for 70 cents a can, undercutting Celsius's price by $1.30. This is happening in a giant energy drink sector that has so many competitors like Red Bull, Monster, and Celsius. And I want you to ask yourself a few questions about this and if this makes sense or not. First off, think about what in the world do you realize is the people who take Celsius's drinks every single day. These people are Alani girls who, if you know anything about them that are younger, are they the people that go to Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts every single day and buy a $5 to $10 cup of coffee, even though they could make that for themselves or get it super cheap for $1 or even free at Panera with the drink club there? And the rest of the people who have this are the super gym bros that are going to go out and decide to switch from this pre-workout or this energy drink brand they've had and that has worked for them for years to some other thing that's way less tasting, maybe doesn't give them the same effects, just to save money. The answer to this, absolutely not. You should know this about this drink. Whenever people go and they decide to choose an energy drink for something, it's because it gives them results, or an Alani might help them while they're doing their work or anything. The people that buy these products here are very loyal and they don't care about the pricing. And if you just think about anything in the world, have you tried some bad energy drinks? I know personally I've tried Monster, I've tried Red Bull, I've tried Ghost, and I can't even finish those drinks. Genuinely, I'll be at the gym and I'll be half of the way through the can and there'll be so much sugar and I'll feel like such crap. I genuinely have to go and throw them away. Celsius, personally, to me, is the only drink that I feel half decent or okay after drinking. And I will never switch just because of that. I don't care the price. I don't care how these other drinks taste, because Celsius has such a wide variety of flavors. They have a pina colada to an Astro Vibe to a Retro Vibe. They have all these different flavors that give you so many choices, other than what Costco is just going to sell, where they're going to have a cherry, an orange, or some of these flavors that probably taste like complete crap. Instead, whenever you could have a drink such like a Celsius over here, where you have such an array of flavors to meet your specific tastes and other people's tastes that you're so accustomed to and you drink and it helps you perform every day, you're not going to switch. Also, Costco can only sell in their stores. They're only selling to their members. And Celsius has Pepsi's distribution network. They're in vending machines. They're in grocery stores. This is so much more than their revenue, and we're just going to get into how little of this revenue is later. Another thing you just want to take in control of, what happened a few years ago, right? I'm not sure if you guys have heard about this. I honestly didn't realize this too much till today, but Costco's had a new hard seltzer because they tried to go against White Claw. What in the world is happening today? Do you see anybody drinking a Costco seltzer? No, not at all. They are still drinking White Claw, which should make you think that you can't just go and copy every single product if you're Costco, slap a name under the brand, and think people are going to taste it. Because people have so much more. They have loyalty to brands, and they care so much about taste that they're not willing to sacrifice that extra dollar per can per something to go and just buy your new product. And people are not just going to go and buy a Target or a Costco card to go and be able to shop and get this drink there. So you just need to think about this from a logically point away, and we're going to get into the qualitative data, which is really going to back up our thesis and our stock price getting a 3x for you this year, that everyone just goes in panic sells. Let's just go and show you what the stock price is right now. I don't know why it's reloading. This is really annoying, but this should not be here. But this freaking TradingView always doing some whatever on these charts. But look what in the world happened to Celsius a little bit ago after they reported this great earnings, right? So let's just go back and check out these earnings right now and just think, what should this price be doing after this beat, even in a market like this where everything's getting sold off? You know what they came in and they did? This is completely off because this is their gap. So basically their gap, but their real EPS, they beat by 30%. Not just 3%, not just 5%, not just 10%. 30% they beat. And these are all just non-gaps because they've had one-offs. If you go to other videos, investigate their balance sheet with us, you're going to see why that's there. But just look how much they beat by revenue also. They beat that clip by 13% due to Alani, and I'm starting to go to other markets in Europe where there's no Costco there, and a lot of other brands will get half of their sales from there. Celsius gets less than 2% of their total sales there. So just think about how much upside they have from there. But a huge main reason that they're going down, just in the spiral from these highs they've made after the lows, is, look at this, the consumer discretionary ETF. Why in the world are people selling this ETF? Basically, I'm sure as all of you guys know, what's happening in the war going on in the Middle East, gas and oil are skyrocketing up, right? Which makes you think that people might not be able to buy their energy drinks or their waters or their special drinks or go and get food because it's not a need, right? So basically, this whole consumer discretionary ETF was already at 124, and it's already down to under $110 from the start of the war. And Celsius has dropped all the way from their highs at 59 down to $35 for no reason. They're just getting drawn down by this war and people thinking that they're not going to go be able to buy these products. But I want you to think back to what the sectors and what everyone has been saying. Do you know people that, do these girls or these people going to buy Starbucks and the people, same people that buy these Alani energy drinks care about what inflation is doing? No, they are going there every single day. I see it all the time. You go and you see the lines at Starbucks, you see the lines at all of these places. The younger generation, especially that's drinking these, that does not really care too much about inflation right now because A, they need their energy for work, A, they need their energy drink to go to the gym. This is more of a consumer staple to these people in their life than a consumer discretionary, and that's what the markets are super mispricing with this war. So you just got to think to yourself sometimes out, maybe some companies will get hit, like maybe people aren't going to go to Applebee's or something because, hey, I don't want to go spend $50. But if I'm going to the gym and it's giving me real progress and real perks in life to have a better workout, be more fit as a gym goer brand, or give me more energy to do my work or perform in my job, that can lead to actual monetary or physical gains, and even the gym making you feel better about yourself. So that's something people aren't going to give up. Even with this war, the war might starting to be over, and if you can even see that, I think I have it in here, gas, right, oil in the Middle East tanked off this news that there's going to be a 1-month ceasefire, which we don't know. It's hard to tell exactly because there's so much stuff being said right now in the markets, and it's really impossible sometimes to understand what in the world is going on. But just look at here, the GSG has been starting to come down from 32 with oils in there. So that just should make you think that there could be the ending to this very soon. And if it does, you're going to see a huge influx into Celsius. And could the Celsius stock price go down? Are people in the market stupid? Are they irrational? Are they emotional? Do they give you great opportunities? Those all are true. Yes, the price could go down even more, but you don't want to miss it. Because look at all of these times that Celsius has came and went down. Everyone thought it was killed. It was getting sold so hard. And then look what happened. A bounce at all these times. Now it came down, but that wasn't due to company dynamics. That was due to a war. But just the times that you think it's going to be bad and you think it's going to be out and you're going to be like, oh, I want to go listen to this irrational ass. You should never be listening to them, and you should not let that side of yourself take over. That's emotional and unlogic before you run the numbers and decide to go and panic sell because, oh, this company's going to come make a product that isn't going to be half as crap as this product is going to be. That's what you have to be understanding. That's what you have to think about yourself. Not just going and selling the stock because, hey, everyone is selling and I see this stock down 10% of my portfolio. Those are the times whenever you have the conviction, you have the numbers, you want to take a step back and really find, hey, I'm even more confident in this brand because of this, and this. After this stuff came out today, I've reassessed it. I'm even more confident. And whenever you're more confident, that's whenever you go heavy into the stock. Because look, just what we have with these projections and what in the world is really going on with Celsius, right? So basically, I looked up and I found 10% of Celsius's revenue comes from being sold in a store like Costco or something, right? And basically, another huge thing is Celsius's distribution network, which, look at this, a lot of vending machine operators often stock up on products from Celsius from Costco or Sam's Club where they're more cost effective. So just with all that news that it's only 10%, say they even lose half their customer base there, right? We have them projected 32% growth. They lose 5% of that growth next year. they're still growing over 30% revenue clip, and they can make it up other places because if Costco stops selling this product less, these vendors who are going there to buy it for cheaper are just going to go buy it from Sam's Club or somewhere else for the same price. So they might not even be losing any revenue or anything in their product, but they're giving you this stock 50% cheaper than you would have got it a month ago. Just, you got to go and run the numbers before you see everyone freaking out about this whenever Costco's had brands that have failed before, whenever they tried to take over. Because you can't, some of these brands, whenever you have loyal customers who it helps them in their workout and they decide to pick this energy drink over the many others, they're not just going to go take some crap tasting drink that doesn't give them the same drive or maybe has different effects on their body. They're going to go and they're going to take the drink that they love and they use every day. So basically, like we said, if they have 5% decrease, they're still going to do 30% revenue. But let's just, from our cases, and we're even a little bit conservative on our base case. So say we just go back into here, right? And the price is at 37 and you have a 32% revenue growth, and their net income growth, we have them at 2.12 EPS. You know what share price that gets you at the end of the year on midpoint? About 96. What in the world midpoint CAGR for the year is that? 150 to 160% CAGR just from a base case in this market. And like I said before, it could go down even more and you could get better prices because people are stupid and people are irrational. Think about everything we show you on the channel. What in the world was happening last year during Liberation Day? The VIX was up to 50. And what was the AAII consumer sentiment? It was 63% bearish, right? So whenever everyone is super, super bearish, what in the world happened in the market after that? A V-shaped recovery where if you bought in and you were there whenever everybody was bearish and you did not go with the trend, this irrational, after the market's been way oversold, you made astronomical gains in all of these growth stocks, 200%, 300%, 500% coming out of that and being a smart investor. And that's what we're trying to teach you guys here. You run the numbers, you run the math. So these people are going to go out here and fear monger because they probably see the news and they're like, oh, I'm going to go put a short onto this stock right now and make a bunch of money off these dumb people who are going to be selling that. You don't want to be the dumb person that's selling the stock that's going to fly, and a year later you're like, what in the world was I doing whenever this is a triple digit stock, whenever you sold it at a mere $37, and instead of adding, you put this into some other stupid stock that had way less and it just did not do anything good. And then you know what happens? You go there and you chase the next big stock and you mess up whenever you had a bird in the hand, right? So if it gets the bull case, that's over a 200% gain, which it could obviously hit this. We don't know how high this stock can go because there's so much differentials and people might be selling it, but eventually the stocks always come back to intrinsic value, and you could be looking at a stock that's a $250 stock by the end of 2029, and if it gets down to $30, $33, you're looking at a 200% gain this year just from our base case, and you're looking at almost an 8x over the next 4 years in an energy drink brand that people are going to always have a customer base for, a safe investment that you can go to sleep at night, not being like, oh, I'm worrying about this. This stock will trade like a tech stock with the growth, but will give you the safety of value stocks eventually. If there's a recession, these people and their customer base are loyal, and the type of people they are, they're not just someone who's going to go skimp. They're the people that go to the gym and work on themselves and need this energy, and they're the people that are going to go out there and buy Starbucks or Dunkin' every single day of the week. Doesn't matter the economy. Doesn't matter what's going on. In the best case thing we telling you about this stock, even from $37, look at what we have our bear case doing. Now you could say, oh, that's a little bit high. No, that's way under what they're projecting for the year. This is like 5% under what they're projecting, even with this Kirkland news, right? You could get a 100% gain from a bear case, a double up from these prices right now. And if it goes even lower, you're looking at 120, 130, 150% gain as a bear case this year. That's unheard of. You don't just go and look at a stock that says, hey, I'm going to get 150% gains to 400% gains this year in this stock. Whenever you find these deals in the market, you got to take advantage of it. You can't just go and play into, oh, this stock's going here, this stock's fear-mongering. Everyone on Twitter is like, oh, I'm trimming or I'm selling my position. I'm taking this little gain, and I'm going to go put this money into some stock that I have way less conviction about, but I feel a lot safer right now doing this. No, you go and you double down whenever you're even more confident in a stock, and you got to assess every single piece of news. You can't just sit there and move with the crowd like anything in the market. So that's the whole point of this video, and that's the part I said is going to make you a better investor. You have to take this lesson learned from Celsius and see what it's going to do in the next year and trust in this, and trust in yourself, trust in your investment strategy. While these other idiots sell it to you at lower prices and are buying it back whenever it's triple digits, and then they're like, oh, what in the world? I could have gotten this, and they get mere gains while you're getting 100%, 200%, 300%, 1,000% gains like an Nvidia or some of these other stocks, and an energy drink stock, because people are delusional and emotional. These are the opportunities you should be living for in the market whenever you're finding these stocks. Well, the freaking market, let's just go and look how much this market's down right now, right? The market is genuinely down like 5% from the top. It's ridiculous that these people are going and selling this stock right now whenever you're like, oh, I'm fear-mongering. The market right here, if you just go and you look at this ruler, the market is only, I hate whenever this does this. Right here, if you look at this ruler right here, it's not, but the market is down from 7,000 to 656. It's down 5 to 7% in the S&P, and you're buying these stocks at so much lower that have already bottomed. That's what you're seeing with the IGV. That's what you're seeing with all these indexes that have gotten beat down so badly that it's hard to find some way to get them down even more unless you get a huge, huge crash. And if this stock goes down into the 20s, well, congratulations. You're getting a 300, 400, 500% gain of a base case on this stock in a year. You shouldn't be scared whenever some BS comes out like a stock that you have. This should just give you confidence in your conviction to buy more and more and more, because it's a margin of safety that's way better than it was at a $35 share, and you should be ready to load the boat whenever you get opportunities like this that you have utmost confidence in the management and the company. Thank you guys for listening. Go and check out some of our other learning videos that we have on the site, and leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more in-depth analysis and times to find other opportunities just like this one in the Celsius, so you do not miss out on anything.